that's besides the point. The good news is the assailant left the gun at the scene of the crime, and we've recovered it. Guns are marked with a uniquely identifying serial number, so we may be able to trace it back to the culprit. Welcome to the National Tracing Center. This is where the country's records of gun sales are kept. Dealing with gun-related crime, when justice cannot be swiftly served with a bullet to the head, we turn to the Tracing Center. In the future, we will have access to incredible new technology to make tracking these criminals down easier than ever. Since the digitized National Gun Registry that tracks every firearm and its owner is highly immoral and would allow the government to confiscate all of our guns, we turn to the ever-reliable microfilm and paper technology. When you need to find a gun, all you need to do is look through each of the records and check for a matching serial number. Piece of cake. This is taking awfully long. Don't forget, your workstation is equipped with a state-of-the-art internet-enabled computer. This will make buying guns and gun-related paraphernalia as easy as taking candy from a baby. You could buy thousands of rounds of ammunition right from the comfort of your desk. We've even got custom-engraved American Rifle Association belt buckles. Now this is a future worth living in. Unlike computers and databases, paper will never betray. Ow! Oh, paper cut! Paper cut! Ow! I'm bored. Wasn't the last one a match? I could have sworn. Oh, well. Oh, that tickles. I know what you're thinking. Wouldn't it be easier if we could just search up the serial number in the database? But that's like asking, wouldn't it be easier just to throw our guns into the sea and line up to get fucked by the government? Are we done yet? People die all the time. I don't get what the big deal is. Do you want to give up? Lucky for you, having a gun makes giving up incredibly easy. All you have to do is raise the gun to your head, check it's loaded, and then shoot that big give up button. At least 20,000 Americans every year agree that this is the best option. Oh, thank God we can finally get out of here. As a consolation for your loss, please accept these thoughts and prayers on the house. Raising infants used to be a messy, infuriating, stressful, and thankless job. Now guns can help us make this important time one of peace, love, and happiness. Ah, little baby Bang, you look just like your daddy. Who's that cutie? You are, yes you are! Thanks to your excellent shooting skills, you are able to finish work early, allowing you to spend more time with the family. Many children grow up unloved and weird because their parents were too busy overworking and not smart enough to use guns. We've skipped forward from the breastfeeding months because we were told that exposed breasts are inappropriate. What a shame. We spent thousands on those props. Listen to that. Crying used to be a baby's only way to express itself. But babies of the future will be able to communicate using their guns as well. In time, parents will learn to intuit exactly what baby is trying to say with each gunshot. Young Bang is now old enough to eat soft foods. Let's prepare a yummy meal for the youngster. By shooting the food, we can break it down to make it easier for baby to digest. Baby food contains key nutrients for baby's development, including milk, carbohydrates, and a sprinkle of gunpowder. Spicy!
Breaking news. Nefarious cat burglar on the loose. Several neighborhoods have been struck so far, with others no doubt in its sights. Eyewitness accounts confirm that the cat burglar will break into homes regardless of the time of day, even in broad daylight. Authorities advise that citizens should remain vigilant at all times to defend themselves from this menace.
A cat burglar? Oh, I bet it was that damn Mr. Cinnamon. I'm telling you, he can't be trusted. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want some unruly cat burglar creeping into my home. Home invasions and burglaries are more common than you think. Alarmingly, in the United States, a burglary occurs every 18 seconds. Chances are there's probably an invader in your house right now. Do you know what home invaders are capable of? Let me clue you in. They could steal your belongings. They could trash your house. They could sexually assault you and your family and then slit your throats. They could even kill your dog. That's why it's so important to make sure we're prepared. You see, the criminal who underestimates an armed citizen is the fool who ends up with a face full of lead. Ooh-wee, can you smell that? Like all Americans, babies must excrete feces. It is the sworn duty of the parents to dispose of used diapers and keep baby clean and happy. To clean up baby, we need to open up the diaper and dispose of her precious American food. Made in the USA. Good job. Baby's bottom is clean as hell. By the way, it's common knowledge that anti-gunners did not have their diapers changed regularly. No wonder they smell so bad. Something is upsetting poor Bang. Does she sense a stranger in the house? Did you do that? There, Bang. It'll be okay. I don't mean to alarm you, but there might be an intruder in the house. It might be the cat burglar. Get your gun ready.
Surprise! I made waffles, darling.
Oh, thank God. It's just Taylor. Oh, and she brought waffles. Now you've seen how guns can be used to raise and nurture young Americans towards a bright future amongst their fellow patriots. In addition, we must not forget the horrors of the outside world, where predators are always on the prowl, seeking to destroy the freedom and peace we hold so dear. Remember, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance and a well-stocked gun vault. And lastly, we've learned that surprise waffles are the best waffles. The gun industry sought to position the gun as a symbol representing all that is good in the world. Heroism, patriotism, liberty, freedom, justice. If we could convince the people that owning a gun was more than just owning a tool, that it meant being a proud American, being a force for good, and a protector of the weak, then there would be no limit to our prosperity. We knew we had something special on our hands, so we continued making more guns, better guns, and the money kept coming in. Our factories could now produce millions of guns each year, and each gun was eager to find a home. And so we found new ways to market our wares to the masses. We had
Guns for men.
women, and even toy guns for children. We made an endless variety of gun models and attachments to fulfill the needs of every gun-loving patriot. Our guns embedded themselves into American culture and the media we produced. For role models, we need only look to the heroic cowboy, with trusty peacemaker in hand, or the brave revolutionary, reclaiming his liberty with his own weapon. The gun had become a beacon of hope in a hopeless world, one that was accessible to any American as long as they could afford it. We grew like never before. We used our resources to support our political allies, so they would support the industry and your right to bear arms. Our power and influence ran deep, and in time, we embedded ourselves into the American identity. We made America the gun country. What began as a simple business of selling ball-throwing machines became so much more. We turned our business into a culture, one unlike any other in the world, where the mighty gun will go from here. Families have long shared in the wholesome experiences of fishing and hunting. But in the future, we can combine the two for maximum bonding potential. We've arrived at Colt Lake, known for its crystal clear waters, lush greenery, and abundance of lively fish. Welcome aboard the SS Barrel, your father's prized boat. We'll be using the old Simpson rifle, perfect for shooting underwater targets with its high-velocity shots. You might say it'll be as easy as shooting fish in an SS Barrel. Ha ha ha! Whilst fishing is a leisurely pastime, as Americans, it is our duty to prove we're the best at what we do. So today, rather than just catch any dumb fish, we're going for the biggest fish in the lake. Legend has it that a monstrous catfish, Sergeant Whiskers, lurks in the depths, waiting for a skilled fisherman's challenge. Simple premise. Big fish eat the small fish. By shooting small fish, we'll be able to lure out the bigger ones. With any luck, we'll eventually convince the legendary Whiskers to come out. Show me what you've got. I'm hankering for some catfish tonight. In the old days, people would catch fish using rods and plastic wires. What a bunch of idiots.
Oh, that's a slippery one, isn't it? What do you call a fish without an eye?
Look there. It's a new fish.
FSH!
In this world, there is an order to things, just like in the food chain. There are the strong and the weak bow to the will of the strong. But arming ourselves, we become strong and ensure that we won't be bending for anybody. Unless you're into that kind of thing, but that's none of my business.
Why not enjoy a snack from the lunchbox? Where does a fish keep its money? In the riverbank!
Such a delicate balance beneath the surface of the water. Millions of years of evolution leading to a perfectly tuned ecosystem. And yet now, we can float over it and blow the blazes out of everything. Yee-haw!
You can bring the fish closer to our boat by throwing bait into the water. Why is a fish so easy to weigh, huh? Because it has its own scales.
The strong prey on the weak. Those who wield power have the right to exercise their will. It is through perseverance, strength, and force of will that America claimed its place as the most powerful nation in the world. And that is how its citizens should conduct themselves in chasing their ambitions. Wow, that's a big one. One step closer to Whiskers.
Remember, shoot the smaller fish to lure out bigger ones. Why did the fish blush? Because it saw the boat's bottom.
What a fantastic sport it is when the opposition doesn't even know it's playing. Is that? It can't be. It is! The legendary Sergeant Whiskers himself! This is it, my friend. You know what to do. Take down Sergeant Whiskers and turn him into the trophy of a lifetime.
What did the fish say when it swam into the wall? Damn! Good?
He's about to glurp his last gasp.
Why are fish so clever? Think about it. Because they swim in schools!
Be careful now. Whiskers isn't any ordinary fish. He's far more resilient to gunfire and has been known to ram boats and capsize them. He's about to glurp his last gasp.
Who does the fish call when his piano breaks? The piano tuna!
Fly him with more bullets!
Why do fish like worms? Because they're hooked on them!
I'm inclined to think those red bulbs on Whiskers' body may be weak points. Shoot them for massive damage.
Where do
Here he comes! Get ready!
fish go on holiday?
Yikes! He has no respect for the natural order.
To Finland?
Excellent shot! Oh, he's gonna feel that. Fly him with more bullets!
Why was the tuna taken off television? His show got canned!
Great shot!
Why did the fish blush? Because it saw the boat's bottom!
Here he comes! Get ready! Magnificent! Whoa! That was a close one! Great job. He's gonna jump! Watch out! He'll look great when stuffed and hanging on the wall.
Unfortunately, the bartender just drowned corpse.
Yes! I think you did it! Thanks to your trusty rival, we were able to find the kid. Watch out! Sergeant Whiskers is
Carrying a concealed weapon. Why couldn't the fish detective solve the case? He chased a red herring.
well, it would seem we're in quite the pickle here. It's getting kind of toasty. You might want to do something about that. Quick, put out that fire! Well, that plan didn't exactly hold water. Looks like we're going under. As an American citizen, Sergeant Whiskers has a constitutional right to carry arms and defend himself. He exercised his right, as we all should when faced with a mortal threat. Concealed carry saved Sergeant Whiskers' life today, and it could save yours too. In this world, you pack heat or pack your bags. Before we move on, I'd like to pose a question to you. Would you have gone fishing today if you knew that fish had guns to defend themselves? Thanksgiving is a time when families come together to share bountiful meals and give thanks for the many benefits of American life, such as freedom, democracy, and the ability to purchase a shitload of guns. Hey, who does this guy think he is? We've got a Thanksgiving feast to pistol whip up. Get him out of the way. Good riddance. Anyway, where were we? Come in. This is General Washington. Do you read? What is your sit rep? McTavish! Damn it! Thank the founding fathers you're here. The president has been assassinated, and in the chaos, communists have seized control of the barber shop. They are demanding a ransom of $12 billion, and that we hand over the body of the president. They claim that if their demands aren't met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear strike on our homeland. You'll have two mission objectives. Firstly, you are to identify and eliminate the communist leader. He may be disguised among the patrons of the barbershop, but can be identified by his sinister-looking eye patch. Secondly, you are to proceed through the barbershop and give haircuts to each of the customers. As the shop owners have been taken hostage, they are relying on you to ensure that their customers' needs are attended to. Zone is 0.01 clicks north of here, and the insertion method will be via cart. You'll receive new weapons from our ground infantry at regular intervals, and I'll provide tactical support via secure radio comms. Only an elite Special Forces commando like yourself is capable of completing such a dangerous mission. Your nation is counting on you, soldier. Before we proceed, you'll need to learn how to perform a tactical haircut. Locate the tango and aim for the head. By the way, when I say tango, I mean target, not the dance. This dummy's hair is an excellent work, soldier. That's a fine-looking American haircut if I've ever seen one. You'll be receiving ground support from the gunny squadron who will plant explosive charges on the doors in front of you. Breach and clear each room until you've completed all your mission objectives. All set? Commencing Operation Excessive Force now. Explosives ready.
Shield the patriotic band, whose will is the because indeed, whence the freedom's banner bright, floating o'er.
Explosive ready. Door breached.
Then our song shall be glory to America, the heart supreme of all.
Charge is up.
Yes, the glorious name.
Leader! You did it! We defeated the communists! Once and for all. Excellent work, soldier. However, we cannot rest on our laurels, for the fight for freedom is eternal. It is only a matter of time until a new threat surfaces. Yesterday, it was the Nazis. Today was communists. Tomorrow, who knows? There will always be an enemy, and we will always need weapons to fight them. We'll make up our own enemies if we have to. Anything to keep the gun economy alive. For the life of freedom hinges upon the life of the... we find ourselves back at home, enjoying a quiet afternoon with the family. And look, it looks like Taylor's got a new bullet in the chamber too. Although this one won't be due for another few months. Kick back and enjoy some quality time with your good friends, TV and beer. Oh, hey, it's one of those gun shows. My favorite. Some say this is an unfair loophole for criminals to acquire unlicensed guns. But some also say that the moon landing was faked. So think about that. It was the morning of April 20th, 1999. And it was pretty much like any other morning in America. The farmer did his chores. The milkman made his deliveries.
The president bombed another country
whose name we couldn't pronounce.
Do you want a safer alternative to your handgun? Introducing the Smartass Gun, designed only to fire when verified by your fingerprint, and only your fingerprint.
Well, what about me? I don't even have fingerprints. How's that meant to work? Useless technology. Well, it looks like this baby jumped the gun. You know what to do. Call an ambulance. Okay, well, there goes that idea. But fear not. We are the world's most resourceful people. We can handle this on our own. To the hospital. Get in! I'll take the wheel. You keep it on the going to have to deliver this baby on your own. While you might not be a qualified doctor, you've got the most powerful tools
A man can carry.
I'm sure we can make this work.
Okay. The baby's coming! Do something!
Push!
Dada!
We interrupt tonight's broadcast for an important message from the newly appointed President of the United States.
People of America, today is a momentous day. It marks the dawn of a new age, a second American Revolution. We, the people, have paved way for a new paradigm of thinking and being, one that leads with strength, dignity, and steel. You gave us, the American Rifle Association, the power to thrive and the support we needed to take the next step in our evolution. You voted with your hearts and your wallets, and we ascended to the summit of power. The right to own a gun shall be universal and ubiquitous. Without it, we are all victims to tyranny and oppression. Not just by the government, but by gun-wielding criminals, madmen, and psychopaths. We are born as helpless lambs in a field of wolves. But the Second Amendment gives the common man the most uncommon of freedoms: power. Within the cold, blued steel of our lovingly crafted guns resides sacred stuff. The power of life and death. The power of God. We must democratize this power. Give it to every man, woman, and child if we are to rid this world of evil. For only a peace between equals can last. We shall rally our loyal followers with our rousing speeches, weekly newsletters, and membership discounts to spread word. We give you the truth. We show you the horrors of the world so that you understand why owning guns is so necessary. We will remove all federal taxes and restrictions on gun ownership and concealed carry laws. Our freedoms will be limitless, so that our industry can grow unfettered by the villains who would align against our liberty. Like a serpent consuming its own tail, the gun economy will feed off the fear and conflict that our weapons create, thus furthering the desire for even more weapons. We've created an unstoppable machine, an infinite cycle. With it, we will fill the nation with our guns, so that we may finally know peace. This is the ultimate gun factory that I promised to you. This is my American dream. Hey, what's the holdup? Switch to camera 4. My American... Oh, sweet Jesus, what the hell is that? Turn it off! Turn it off! Okay, how about I just show you myself? Behold, the gun factory of tomorrow. My American dream! We, the people, form the constitution of the greatest gun factory of all time. We are the parts of this grand machine. We give it life, and in return it gives us the most important privilege of all: freedom! Freedom to live our lives as we see fit. Ours will be a society where justice is upheld with a steel fist, where we push past the boundaries of so-called morality to lead mankind into a new age of progress. The weak will be left behind, and the strong shall rise to claim our rightful bounty. Allow me to demonstrate, Mr. Cinnamon. A filthy creature like you has no place in the new America. Mr. Cinnamon, no! Useless chaff will be disposed of, and all that shall remain are the most exemplary specimens of life. Oh, this is no different to natural selection. We are merely giving Mother Nature a little push in the right direction. Well, even if it means pushing her down the stairs. However, we are left with one loose end. You, my dear friend. My invaluable partner. You and your guns have helped me to change America. And soon, the world.